Hello guys. My name is Daniel and my wife's name was Grace. I live in Scotland today. I'll share with you a life-changing moment of my life. This was an adventurous incident. And also at the same time, the worst one. I belong to a middle-class family. My father died when I was a child. I was brought up by my mother. She looked after me as a single parent. This would be so hard for her. After completing my education, I started working in a very good company. I was living a peaceful life with my mother. My mother had been sick for many years and now her illness is increasing day by day, and one day she died due to her severe illness. After my mother's death, I was completely alone and I needed someone to share my feelings. I did not have many friends from the beginning except David. He was my childhood friend. But these days he was busy in his personal life because he got married 10 days ago before my mother's death. And also he was living with her wife in another city. So he had no time for me. And also I did not want to interfere in his newly married life just to share my sorrows and sadness. And also I did not know any girl who was my best friend or girlfriend. I desperately needed someone who could support me in every happiness and sadness that I had. And I could live a beautiful life with him whom I can share my feelings and love. This loneliness leads me close to one of the forms of depression. In short, I wanted a nice girl for marriage. One day I was working in my office. So I left my office for lunch. I wanted to go to nearby restaurant for lunch while leaving the office. I found my colleagues and they told me that we should go and eat together while having lunch. They mentioned a website where single people find their marriage partners, where girls find boys and boys find good girls to marry. He jokingly told me that you are single too. So you should also create a profile on this website. Maybe there's a good girl out there for you too. They were just making fun of me. But I started thinking about it seriously. I thought about it for a long time when I came home. And after thinking about it all night, I finally decided that I will create a profile for myself on this website. Maybe I can find a good girl for me to marry. I created a very good profile for myself on this website that night in which I gave all the information. Absolutely correct. For the first 2 days, there was no message in my profile, which made me a bit disappointed for a while. I thought to remove this profile. Maybe my luck is not good and I cannot find any good girl here for marriage. But 2 days later, I received 4 requests, one after the other in my profile, and I became happy to see this. One of these 4 profiles, 2 girls were divorced and one also had 1 baby. I did not want such a girl. So I rejected them. One of the remaining 2 girls was very attractive in her picture and also showed a strong background with so belonged to another city, and her first demand was that the partner would come to her house and live with her family. I could not fulfill this demand because I'm doing a good job in my city and I want to live with my wife, not with her family. So I preferred the other girl who was on the 4th profile, and her name was Grace. She was exactly the kind of girl I was looking for. She was not that much attracted by her picture that she posted on her profile, but all other information that she provided on her profile was very good. I talked to Grace all night and I wasn't bored at all. She seemed like a very well-mannered girl. I'm attracted towards her. After 2 days of conversation, we decided to meet on the weekend because she was a working woman and I was also busy in my office. So the weekend will be suitable for us to meet. Next day, we met at a nearby restaurant, had a great meal and then spent the whole day with each other. Grace was a very good girl in terms of her dress, beauty and also manners. Her qualification was very remarkable. We became good friends in only the first meetup. I started to like her very much for marriage. I felt like I could have a beautiful married life with her. I wouldn't say I fell in love with Grace at first sight, but it's true that I grew to like her and make up my mind to marry her. But now I was waiting for Grace's answer whether she is ready to marry me or not. But I had definitely thought that inside Grace will refuse to marry me. So I'll be her friend forever because I really enjoyed spending time with her and wanted her to be my friend forever for 2 full months. Grace and I stayed together, understood each other very well. And then we both decided to get married. I was thinking that I would be able to live my whole life happily with Grace, but it was an illusion. We could live peacefully for only a few months. And after that many fights started between us. The whole 2 months we spent together before marriage to understand each other were wasted because we could not understand each other at all. She did not tell me many secrets of her life before marriage. She told me that she was raised by her aunt. She wrote highly qualified on her profile, but her qualifications was very low. Apart from that, there were many things which she did not tell me before marriage. I thought she's a sensible and serious girl. But I later realized that I was wrong. She was not very sensible at all. And also such a weak girl in regards of her patience, all these things I was told rating. But apart from all these things, I began to suspect my wife as if she was having an affair with someone else. One day, I was doing some work on my wife's laptop. So I saw that the website on which we both met was still installed on her laptop. I opened this website without a special attention and saw that my wife had created a profile there with a fake ID, and it was she talking to a man. I became silent after seeing all this and not reacting too much. I just told my wife that you should delete this website because now we have found each other and we are in marriage. We don't need it, on which my wife started arguing and said I'll not delete this website, a lot of discussion. My wife agreed and said she'll delete this website. I thought maybe this is the beginning and my wife is only talking to men because our relationship is not going well. So I thought I would try my best to give love to my wife so that she doesn't talk to any other man. But this was not the case. The reality was the opposite. My wife was doing horrible things behind my back. I was suspicious of my wife. So one day when she was sleeping, I checked her phone. I saw a sexual video on my wife's phone in which she was doing some intimate things with a man. When I saw this video, my eyes were filled with tears and I started hating my wife. I divorced her and threw her out of the house. She had an illegitimate relationship with another man and I could not bear it. My wife had no shame in divorcing me and she did not even realize that she had cheated on me more than she believed that the person she was having an affair with would marry her. And she spent a beautiful life after marriage with her AP because he was quite a rich person. But these fake dreams of my wife were left unfulfilled. My wife was also getting cheated by that person. One day I got a call from my wife and she was crying a lot on the phone. And telling me to forgive me. She said that the person for whom I had cheated you has left me alone and refused to marry me. He was the one who incited me to leave you and showed me sweet dreams with an open eye. He scolded me for forcing me into intimate things and said, "When you get a divorce from your husband, I can marry you. After that both of us will be able to live a good life." But I did not forgive my wife for her infidelity because I started to hate her. It had been 2 months since I separated from my wife. During those days, my relationship with my colleague was not going well in the company where I was working and my boss was not promoting me for a long time. Also, he used to make me do a lot of work, but my salary package was very low according to my work. So I quit this job and started working in another company where I got paid well. This opportunity was great to me to achieve my goals. After working in this company for 2 weeks, I found out that my wife's AP was my own boss because of the video that I saw on my wife's phone. This person was in it and I can never forget his face. And I also saw many pictures of my wife with this person and my wife's phone. So I absolutely was sure that it's my wife's AP was hating this person and I did not want to work under him. But I controlled my anger and thought to take revenge on this person because he is the person who ruined my prosperous life. My wife cheated on me. And after that, this person has also left my wife. So now I've decided to take revenge on him. I started working harder than before. I started to work extra than my office hours. I used to work late at night at the office. And after hard work of day and night, I became very close to my boss. He started to like me a lot because I was doing so well. He did not know me at all that I'm the same person, his wife, he cheated on. My only aim was to catch any of the weakness so that I could ruin his prosperous life. And within a few days, I found out his weakness and I prepared all the plans to destroy him. The weakness of my wife's AP was that the company in which he's working as a boss is actually his wife's position. And the real owner of this company is his wife. And if his wife leaves him today, her name is Sophia, he gets nothing and he is left empty-handed. I became so close to my boss that I often went to his house for the matter of my office work where I met his wife and I tried to develop a relationship with my boss's wife in his absence. I was very good looking and had very good conversational skills due to which I was so unsuccessful to attract his wife towards me. I came close to my boss's wife as a close friend and I found out that she was very disappointed with her husband. This led me to believe that my boss's wife did not like him at all. And within a few days she fell in love with me. And soon we were in a physical relationship. Viva was running secret affairs and no one knew about our relationship. And my Sophia did not want to tell anyone about our relationship, but I wanted to ruin my boss's life. That's why I always told her that we should tell everyone about our relationship, but she always refused. Luck was with me. And after 3 months, my boss's wife got pregnant. Now, Sophia could not leave me because she was going to be the mother of my child. And this was the right time to show her the real fate of his husband. I contacted my ex-wife and asked her for the video in which my ex-wife and Sophia's husband were having some intimate moments. I wanted to show this video to Sophia so that she would know that her husband was cheating on her and having an affair with another woman. Sophia was feeling ashamed that she was cheating on her husband because of this. Maybe she aborted my baby and left me. I got afraid of all these dangers. So I showed her husband's video as soon as possible. So after she saw the video, she started to hate her husband very much. And soon she discovered her husband and threw him out of her house. She told him about our relationship and that he was punished for cheating on my ex-wife. And today he is left empty-handed. After that, Sophia married me and today I'm working as a boss in the same company where my wife's AP used to work as a boss after a year when I was convinced that Sophia was deeply in love with me and she would never leave me. Now, I told her the whole truth about how I came close to her. And my only aim was to ruin the life of her ex-husband after hearing my plan to destroy the life of her ex-husband. Sophia became angry with me for a long time, but she did not hate me because I brought the reality of her ex-husband in front of her. And today we are both living a prosperous life. We have a cute son and my family has completely changed. Today. At that time, my luck was going very well. But if my ex-wife did not have that video of hers today, I would not have been so close to Sophia and I would not have been able to take my revenge. I'm working as a boss in the company and living a prosperous life. Today, I have all the comforts of my life apart from all these things. I love my wife, Sophia, very much and I'm loyal to her very much. Or similarly, Sophia also loves me very